Let's dive into the discussions shaping the nation.
Deputy Carol Nolan first. Perfect.
Yeah. Minister, I want to wish you well in your new role and certainly look forward to working with you on a number of issues. The bill before us today is in response to the 2022 Pension Commission's recommendations and implementation plan, and certainly there's many aspects welcome, but there are, I suppose, many concerns also. Government subsequently committed to introducing a range of reforms to ensure the pension system is sustainable and that people relying on the state pension have adequate and predictable income in retirement. I want to note, however, that I have a number of concerns with this bill as currently drafted, particularly the level of ambiguity that exists around the objective and reasonable justification that an employer may use to deny a request from an employee to remain on in employment. From the employer's perspective, though, there are also issues around the burden created for the employer when it comes to individually justifying retirement age for an individual worker and not as a general class of worker. I know that this aims to prevent blanket policies, but there are issues of how practical this may be, particularly in small workplaces. I also have concerns around the limited scope of application and the complexity of the notification process for the employee. And while I certainly believe that we are moving in the right direction, I think the bill in its current form is too limited. Again, I do want to note that if a new regime is brought in, then the employer must be capable of justifying the retirement age for the individual worker as distinct from a general class of worker. And while I have expressed my concern from the employer's point of view, on the face it does seem like the kind of flexibility I have been calling for a number of years with respect to the mandatory retirement age of school and bus drivers. And certainly we do need greater flexibility in that regard. I've had a number of bus drivers contact me and bus operators. There's a huge shortage of school bus drivers for this coming September, and I think we really do need to look at this because there are moves to encourage people to stay on in the workforce if they so wish. But I've had a lot of frustrated people contact me. There is an injustice. If they are medically fit, if they pass medical tests, I can't see why they cannot be allowed to remain on as school bus drivers. And when we have the situation where they can drive a bus to Mayo or Donegal to bring children to matches or whatnot, they can't bring children down the road to a local school. It just does not make sense. So I'm calling again for some, I suppose, some practical common sense to be put in place quickly and for common sense to prevail in regard to that matter because, as I said, there is a huge shortage of bus drivers again this year.
Like, share, and subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.